Hello, everybody. We are back in Mandelbulb 3D. Welcome to a new tiny little art series that I thought I've been inspired recently. And I'm going to go ahead and get things set up size wise and everything while I talk. I've been inspired recently by the Seven Deadly Sins. So today we are going to start with the Pride purple. Yes, I know we're starting with one of my all-time favorite colors ever, purple. Um, but and then that, of course, I'm gonna pick Pride because of purple, but also Pride, Wrath, and Envy are three of my favorite Seven Deadly Sins. I absolutely love seeing what other people come up with, so to say. So this is almost done main rendering. I'm gonna hit the mutagen straight up and let everything load in accordingly and think for a minute. Um, exchange, add, and remove formulas. We're gonna go all the way up on that. We're gonna bring the parameters of formulas down a little bit, but the strength up. We're gonna go hard with changing the Julia mode. Crank that down just a little bit more. We're not gonna mess with the strength. We're not gonna mess with the probability of iteration count change, but we are gonna crank the strength up just a little bit. And then, what happens if I crank that down a slight bit? Okay. I like this one a lot. Let's click there. Let's get another iteration set going. Ooh. I like this. Want to see what else this one right now is going to be the pick. If the others I don't like. It's not that I don't like them, it's they look too. Okay. What if I move that up, move this down? Welcome to the art process in my head. Move that back all the way up. Okay. See what we get now. Ooh. This one here. What are some other iterations of that? Ooh. From this to this one. Let's see if we redo it, what we get. I like this one. Just gonna be humbly honest with you all. I like that one. So we're gonna render it. And we're gonna see how it turns out. It looks very faded so far, oh my gosh. But I really like it. I really like it. The way it flows. So this may be the case where I have to mess with lighting now. Let's let the ambient shadows render in and then see about messing with lighting and what we can do with that. Because this just may be a case of, hey, you have to mess with the lighting for a bit. Ooh, excuse me. Because this may also be a point where we have to play with dynamic fog. Yeah, see, that's going to be a little too late. Yeah. Now I get to mess with something I've never messed with before. And I forgot to close out Steam. Oops, my bad. Um, uh, let's see if we can darken it any. Actually, hold on. If I can. Let's go back to the mutagen. Yeah, it's going to take us back to here. Well, I love that. It is way too faded. So, and the cool thing about this is, and I don't think I went over this in my last video, is if there's one you like, you can go back and find the one that you like, which I like this one, but it's also, let's hit mutate here and see what we come up with. Because see, like this one right here, this one up here is another example. This one here, I like this. So you could click back and go through the iterations that you have, and you can adjust things on the fly. Like that. No, I don't want to do that. I meant to hit mutate. My bad. And then see, it comes up with new, like this goes to, oh, now I gotta, let's pick this one. And then, oh, that one. And see if we could go back through our generations and find the one we like, which we did. And now we're coming up with another one, which I am really, that's one of the things I'm really happy for with this software. So I think what I will do is keep this one, send this to the main editor, and we will calculate the render. And if I like this, if it's not faded like this, then we're going to go to the next step, which is coloring, which I'm liking this so far. And actually, the next step will not be coloring. We're going to actually take this to the next level. I just have to let this render in first. But what I want to do is go into the navigator a bit and get into some of these swirls. Because you could get into some of the swirls and then go back into the mutagen. I've been playing around off camera with this as well. Like down here. Right here. Especially in the center. I want to try to get right here in the center. And then, forgive me if I sound out of breath. I was running to record this because it just hit me. So what I'm going to do is when we actually go to the navigator part, I'm going to try to aim to get this section right here. I just want the shadows to render in so I see what I have to work with. And then going from there. Because I have a couple more ideas, but okay. Shadows are almost done. Ooh, and now I really do want to get into this because if you look right there, navigator. Okay, this is now the part where it's like, okay, scrolling. Okay, let's see. Yep, there we go. No, not. Ooh, okay. Welcome to my mind. This is, yeah, we're gonna hit view domain and then we're gonna calculate the render and see what we get because we can go further if need be. But here's what's rendering in now. I really like this. I really like this though. It kind of looks like the inside of a car meets swirls meets motorcycle to me. That's what this looks like here. Ooh, I actually kind of like the off-centeredness as well. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna close this out because I'm loving this. I want to see what it's like rendered. Ooh, look at this! Look at this! And I love these here as well. So, okay, once the main rendering gets done and the shadows render in, we're going to mess around with colors. Um, what I'm thinking is changing the color of the dynamic fog to a light color. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, I can see this in purple. I really can. And I love the negative space as well. Maybe we can make that a dark purple or a black almost, and then offset it with different shades of light purple. Ooh, this looks good. I love the way it's like the light is being pulled in. You never heard, if you're new to this channel, you probably have never heard me get this excited about anything ever. I am so excited about this piece. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So now that shadows are rendering in, I'm going to come over here and I am actually going to click on the dynamic fog color, which I think is the background. And purple is what we're going for. We're going for different shades of purple because that is Pride's color in the Seven Deadly Sins is purple. So I'm wanting to go this shade of purple and then go a bit on the dark side with it. And the shadows are still rendering, and so it may not look like much right now. Sometimes you have to give it a moment to render because you have 4 different formulas rendering, and also the render does depend. And I'm going to click cancel because I think we do have our mutations in the background, which also, depending on your computer, may cause it to be a little bit slower. Where was I going? We do want it to be purple. This is like a pinkish purple over here on this corner of my screen. I want to go for these lighter purples as we go on. So again, we're going to click on, I think this is the dark shade of purple that I want the, And then maybe can we click this down to black? Because see, it did change. Let's see here if we can. Okay, so what I need to do is to change some of the. Now, what this is here, it is the gradient that we're going to be using. As you can see right now, this gradient matches what you see on the image. But you could change the outside and the inside. If you click here, this pops up. So I have glue sliders and auto update image. You can click on here and adjust your colors accordingly to what you want. And then you can hit random and it gives you shades of purples and pinks. And then you could come here and make that like a mauve purple and then go a little bit darker. And then hit random here and see how it updates that. It's going to update all of that. So what I'm going to do, let's put this right here. This is on the outside of the image, not the inside of the image. If you click inside, it still has that spectrum, if you will, but it also has our mauve purple color. So if you click on random, it's going to give us a random set of purples, and you can change the intensity of, like, do you want it darker? Do you want it lighter? Up here for the grayscale, and then you can click update image and it updates the image. I like the inside colors. It does give you, and then if you also don't want to glue the sliders, you don't have to. If you want to move to where you have very little pink down here and have it mostly purple and gray, and then click update image, there you go. So the inside is okay for me. It's the outside I'm kind of worried about here. So, welcome to now Ash playing around with the color. This is a process that does take me a slight bit of time to get the color to look professional and at the same time look like something that people want, kind of thing. I may not be making sense right now. Let's see here. And here's the other thing about not gluing these sliders down. I can go through and pick the different shades of purple. Like if I go up here and I go down here, da, 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 that is a bluish shade of purple. I want that. I want that in here. I don't want the pinks. The pinks can, but then again, you can also click change and go down here to a gray or a black, which I also want. And we can see how it updates and you can put it anywhere on your shader. I am actually going to maneuver, and you see how it changes everything up here. I want that. That's something that I honestly want. And then, like, having gray, you see how it all, the tips turned gray. That gives you a better perspective, in my opinion, of where things go. And I love the fact that you can change the color, mess around with the sliders, although that pink is something I don't want. Hit OK. That is more of what I do want. And I want it be like this. What happens if I do that? All right. Once you are satisfied with what you have here, you can instantly. I always click glue sliders. That's just for me because sometimes I'm in a hurry when I do this as well. And then I close it and see how it saves everything here on the side. Now, you can adjust this little slider and it adjusts the intensity of it. For me, I like it right there on the number 2, maybe a little bit above. And for this bottom one, see how it diffuses it? It diffuses the light a little bit. I like it right there like that. And then everything else, I leave. Now, I do want to see if I can change this to a black ambient background. Actually, the ambient shadow looks really good with black. Let's leave it alone. And we are done. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to save this. And we have our first, welcome to Pride. This is Prideful Swirls. And I absolutely love this. This is one of the most epic ones that I've made yet. Not to toot my own horn here or anything, but in learning this, I've learned a lot in Mandelbulb. All right. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, as always, I'm Ashley, Live Life Abstract, and I will see you in the next one where we are either going to do Lust or Wrath. Bye, everybody.
But when everything is coming back to me, I feel as if my memory is paralyzed.
Now let's see.